In the top stories, police confirm drowning at Shitten Bay. 4 bills to receive second reading in the National Assembly on Thursday. And ECGC donates patty forming machine to Nevis's abattoir. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Since it's nice, doing it twice. Clock out and clock into courts. November 29th. It's Black Friday Reloaded.
It has been 2 years since Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew led his team to victory at the polls and assumed the reins of government. He and his team came to office on the promise of restoring our nation to its glory days, when good governance assured every citizen and resident was guaranteed economic stability and employment, quality health care and education, modern housing, and visionary social protections. But where are they now? And how do they measure up in delivering on the promises made to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis? Join me, Ebony Brandon, on ZIZ Television each Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. with a rebroadcast on Fridays at 8 p.m. for the limited episode series, The Nine, an era of transformation. As together we explore how the Dr. Terence Drew-led government has followed through on their commitment to transforming the nation into the world's first sustainable island state.
It's something that you can't put into words. A buzz in the air. From the time you wake up, you're ready to go. The freedom, the fantasy, the fete. To know it is to live it and love it. You have to experience it. If you know, you know. Angostura White Oak Rum. New look, same vibes inside.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I'm Scotty Sia Hendrickson. Nationally, the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force on Tuesday confirmed the drowning of Jill Lowe, a visitor from England, United Kingdom. Resident pathologist Dr. Adrian Nunes, in an autopsy report performed on November 25th, confirmed that the 73-year-old woman drowned due to submersion into the seawater. Lowe was observed unresponsive in the seawater at Shitten Bay, St. Kitts, while snorkeling with her husband. She was transported to the Timothy Beach Pier, where emergency medical services attempted to revive her, but were unsuccessful. She was subsequently pronounced dead. The police force extends its heartfelt condolences to the Lowe's family and others affected by the incident. In other local news, the order paper has been issued for a sitting of the National Assembly to be held at the National Assembly Chambers Government Headquarters, Bastère, on Thursday, November 28, 2024 at 10 a.m. Notice has been given. 4 bills will receive their second reading as the government's good governance legislative agenda continues. The Honorable Minister responsible for Agriculture, Fisheries, Marine Resources and Cooperatives, Small Business and Entrepreneurship, Sports and the Creative Economy, Samuel Duggins, will move the second reading of the bill entitled Public Parks Regulation Amendment Bill 2024, while the Honorable Senator and Minister responsible for Sustainable Development, Environment and Climate Action and Constituency Empowerment, Dr. Joel Clark, will move the second reading of the bill Community Beautification and Safety Bill 2024. Meanwhile, the Honorable Prime Minister and Minister responsible for Finance, National Security, Citizenship and Immigration, Health and Social Security, Dr. Terence Drew, will move the second reading of the bill entitled Aspire Bill 2024 and the Advanced Passenger Information and Passenger Name Record Bill 2024. Both bills had their first reading on November 8, 2024. The National Assembly will be carried live on ZIZ Radio 96 FM and participating radio stations. It can also be viewed live on TV Channel 5 in St. Kitts and Channel 98 in Nevis. It would also be streamed live at www.zizonline.com. The Nevis abattoir was the recipient of a patty forming machine thanks to a donation from the Eastern Caribbean Group of Companies, or ECGC, during a short handing over ceremony on grounds of Prospect Estate Abattoir. Manager Gary Griffin briefly described how the purchase came about.
Today we are here for a significant handing over of a hamburger machine. A few months ago we had a visit from the ECGC officials, and in our discussion we mentioned that the machine that we had was a bit problematic. From that discussion they decided that they're going to assist us in procuring a new machine, and today we are here with the new machine all installed, functional already. So we just like to say kudos and thanks to the ECGC group for providing us this machine. This machine have a capacity of 75 pound meat, which produce about 2,100 pounds 4-ounce burgers per hour. This is much more efficient than the one we had before. So thanks again, appreciate it.
Odion Mark Hillocks, head of commercial and innovations at ECGC, expressed that the ECGC values its partnership with all islands.
Being the largest manufacturer of animal feeds and flour in the region, we value and we appreciate the partnership we share with the Nevis Island Administration and the people of Nevis. So when we visited earlier this year and we heard about the project that they wanted to embark on and how we can support, we simply could not hesitate, and we took that right away, started working on procuring the device, and we are happy right now to hand over this device to Gary and his team at the abattoir, and we know that they will make good use of it and will benefit both the abattoir, the team, and the people of Nevis. So again, we say thank you from ECGC, East Caribbean Group of Companies. We say thank you to Nevis for your business and your support.
Meanwhile, the Director of Agriculture, Randy Elliott, spoke of the impact of the machine will have on increased volume of requests at the abattoir.
The Ministry and Department of Agriculture would like to say thank you to ECGC for this significant contribution here at the abattoir. As mentioned before, this piece of equipment with some value close 40,000 EC dollars would help the abattoir significantly as we continue our thrust in terms of 25 by 2025. We realize that the sector in terms of the processed meats here at the abattoir keep growing, and we are very grateful for ECGC to come on board, not just the tradition of providing our farmers with feed, etc., but to actually see ECGC now playing a vital role in the end part of the production chain in terms of animal production here on the island of Nevis.
After the break, Minister Duggins highlights education and training opportunities in agriculture. And Nevis advances water exploration project with new well drilling in Gingerland. Stay tuned.
Are you tired of Wi-Fi dead zones in your home? The Cable has the ultimate solution with our whole home Wi-Fi coverage. Say goodbye to frustrating signal drops and hello to seamless connectivity in every corner of your home. No more
Mom, my tablet's not working in my bedroom. My game is freezing, Daddy.
or WhatsApp calls dropping as you walk around the house. So many people struggle with dead zones and restricted Wi-Fi, and the Cable has the answer. Enjoy full blanket increased Wi-Fi coverage with installation in 48 hours or less. Whole home Wi-Fi coverage is here. Get the whole family connected today. Come in or call the Cable at 465-2588 to get your whole home Wi-Fi boost installed. The Cable, always giving you more. Terms and conditions apply.
Here are your Horsford's Value Mart IGA specials from November 14th through the 27th. Now, our Value Club Blue Tag specials. Kool-Aid Jammers, just $13.99. Essential Everyday Barbecue Sauces, $7.99. Quaker Captain Crunch Cereal, just $13.79. Essential Everyday Grated Parmesan Cheese, $11.99. Essential Everyday Waffles, just $9.99. Pearl Mill Pancake Mix, $11.99. And now our very low weekly value deals. Essential Everyday Pastas, just $4.99. Essential Everyday Pasta Sauce, just $9.99. Minute Maid Lemonade and Punch, $8.99. Planters Dry Roasted and Cocktail Peanuts, $14.99. VO5 Shampoo and Conditioner, $5.99 each. Suave Deodorant, just $8.99. Shop Smart, Shop Value Mart. Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
Healthwise on ZIZ TV, Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Hosted by Dr. Malik Lescott, Dr. Jolette Woodley, and Dr. Patrice Lawrence.
Welcome back. Education and training workshops have been a priority for the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Marine Resources and Cooperatives. So says Minister Honorable Samuel Duggins. During a recent appearance on ZIZ, The Edge talk show with host Devon Cornelius, he highlighted some of the areas for which training and education opportunities have been offered to further advance the sector.
On the local front, we continue to do a number of workshops and seminars. We have regular workshops and seminars in all different areas. Livestock production, we just recently did a workshop on building rabbit cages. We have had workshops on all the crops that we've selected. So we had banana and planting workshops. We had tomato, cucumber, melon workshops. We had pepper workshops. Every broccoli, cauliflower, we had workshop on every single crop identified.
Right.
How to grow this most effectively, beginning to end.
Minister Duggins also made mention of international opportunities in educating our citizens in advanced agriculture.
And additionally to the local workshops that we continue to do, we have gone overseas and we've brought in expertise, some expertise from Taiwan, and they have come to participate in some of the workshops as well. But outside of that, we also just got additional scholarships from Taiwan as well. And we went to Southern University and we signed an MOU with them last December. And they have now offered to us a number of scholarships, full scholarships, undergraduate scholarships, over 5 for our people, as well as graduate scholarships, every year, annual, for agriculture. So there's a lot when it comes to educating our people, even in more advanced agriculture. We now have somebody from St. Kitts Nevis doing a doctoral program at Southern University for agriculture.
The Agriculture Minister said these efforts align with St. Kitts and Nevis's efforts to reduce the food import bill and promote sustainable agricultural practices. In other local news, the Nevis Island Administration, or NIA, is making progress in its water exploration project with Trinidad-based Water and Oil Well Services Company Limited set to begin drilling a third well at Dason's Estates in Gingerland. This follows the successful drilling of 2 wells in the Maddens area. Premier Honorable Mark Brantley provided updates on the initiative during a press conference on November 21st, highlighting the project's goal of drilling 9 wells to boost the island's water supply. Quote, the first well near the Maddens water storage tank reaches a depth of 705 feet with a water table at 505 feet, Premier Brantley shared. Quote, the second well, at a depth of 505 feet, has a water table of 265 feet and is currently pump tested at 125 gallons per minute, equivalent to 180,000 gallons per day, end quote. Pump testing for the first well is scheduled to begin this week, while 5 groundwater monitors have been installed to support ongoing operations. Over the past several years, the NIA has systematically enhanced the island's water infrastructure, increasing supply, storage capacity, and distribution. The Premier commended the Honorable Spencer Brand, minister responsible for water alongside the Water Department and Water Management Unit for their dedicated efforts to improve water access to Nevis residents. The Caribbean Association of Judicial Officers, or CAJO, recently held its 8th biennial conference in Bermuda from November 21st to 23rd. The conference was conferred under the theme of Justice 360 Holistic Approaches to the Administration of Justice. The featured presentation on the first day by CCJ President, the Honorable Mr. Justice Adrian Saunders, spotlighted celebrating Caribbean jurisprudence intersection between law, politics, and society, reinforcing the need for judiciaries to incorporate outcome thinking alongside process thinking. President Saunders encouraged the judicial officers to share his dream of control over our constitutions to pass exclusively into the hands of our Caribbean people, thereby marking the final step in our journey towards fully independent status, particularly for those several important disputes where the law is uncertain or in need of review by an apex court, are left unresolved or insufficiently or inadequately addressed. Plenary and breakout sessions were conducted on artificial intelligence in Caribbean judiciaries, management of high-profile matters, creating judiciaries in integrity, breaking cycles of violence against women and girls, conflict management within the judiciary, the management of court resources, and many other issues pertinent to courts in the region. At the closing ceremony, it was announced that CAJO's next biennial conference in 2026 will be hosted in the Judiciary and Government of Co-Cooperative of Republic of Guyana. Coming up in regional news, Guyana's pick of a U.S. startup faces hurdles to tap vast gas resources. The details when we come back.
Celebrate your renovation dreams with us at Hosford's Building and Nevis Centers. Join us from Thursday, November 21st to Saturday, November 23rd for our exciting renovation celebration featuring a fantastic 25% off all discountable items store-wide. It's time to turn your home improvement ideas into reality. Whether you're refreshing a room, upgrading your outdoor space, or tackling that long-awaited project, we have everything you need at unbeatable prices. Don't miss out on these incredible savings. Visit us during the renovation celebration and stock up on all your renovation essentials because your dream home starts here. Join the celebration from November 21st to 23rd at Hostel's Building and Nevis Centers. Your perfect renovation is just a visit away.
Own your own, oh yeah. Build your future today. Let Own Mortgage show you the way. Own your own, your family, your home, build it with pride. National Bank is right here by your side. With every step, with every loan. National Bank helps you find your own, oh yeah. Build your future today. Let Own Mortgage show you the way. Own your own.
In regional news, Guyana's dream of developing its vast natural gas resources are stuck on the drawing board 5 months after it picked a little-known U.S. startup, Fulcrum LNG, to develop an export project that could cost up to $30 billion. Guyana has one of the fastest-growing economies in the world thanks to the rapid rise in oil production at lucrative offshore fields developed by ExxonMobil. But the South American country lacks the infrastructure to use the gas produced at those fields, which is re-injected to maintain pressure. The government selected Fulcrum LNG in June over 16 other candidates, including top liquefied natural gas LNG and gas pipeline firms, to develop its gas resources and create a new revenue stream apart from oil, which is all exported. Fulcrum LNG was founded a year ago by former Exxon executive Jesus Brancello. It was an unusual choice to pull off LNG and infrastructure projects that will require significant expertise and financial clout, industry experts and Guyana advisors said. In other regional news, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has been re-elected leader of the ruling United Labour Party, or ULP, that says it will field new candidates in at least 4 of the 15 constituencies in the next general elections in St. Vincent, widely expected within the next year, ahead of the February 2026 constitutional deadline. Gonsalves told the party's 26th annual convention that 2 legislators have indicated their intention to bow out of politics, while a candidate who has lost 5 times also wants to quit. He said that the North Windward representative and Deputy Prime Minister Montgomery Daniel, who is also the ULP deputy leader, and South Windward representative Frederick Stevenson are retiring from politics. ULP's chairman Edwin Stagg, who has failed since 2001 to win the Southern Grenadines, does not want to make another attempt. The party will likely field Senator Keisel Peters in West Kingston, which the main opposition New Democratic Party, NDP, has held since 2010. Coming up in international news, judge dismisses charges against Trump in D.C. election case. International news is next.
You're never too young to start planning for your financial future. That's why I decided to visit National Caribbean Insurance to speak with one of their friendly sales agents.
Here at NCI, we strive to ensure customer satisfaction by choosing the right policy for you. Our endowment plans provides customers with adequate returns on their investment. The quinquennial bonus policy offers a 25% payout of the sum assured every 5 years. Other life insurance packages can help to secure your family's future. Also, please consider our health plans so you can be reimbursed for medical expenses to ease financial impact. Just remember, the younger you are, the more affordable insurance is for you.
Don't wait until it's too late to apply. Make an appointment to see a sales agent.
Visit us today. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
Join us on ZIZ TV for Youth Lounge with Sconaipo, a talk show on vital topics such as tourism, entrepreneurship, education, religion, sex education, and mental health, featuring experts from St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. Tune in live on the 1st and 3rd Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. on ZIZ TV.
In international news, the federal judge overseeing the 2020 election case against former President Donald Trump agreed to dismiss the charges following a request from Special Counsel Jack Smith, bringing to a close the historic and unprecedented prosecution of the nation's 45th and 47th president. U.S. District Judge Tatiana Chutkan granted Smith's request just hours after he said in a filing that he is seeking to close Trump's case because Justice Department policies forbids the prosecution of a sitting president. Quote, after careful consideration, the department has determined that prior opinions concerning the Constitution's prohibition on federal indictment and prosecutions of a sitting president apply to this situation, and that as a result, this prosecution must be dismissed before the defendant is inaugurated, end quote. The special counsel noted the historic nature of Trump's prosecution and subsequent election to presidency, writing that the department and country have never faced the circumstances here where a federal indictment against a private citizen has been returned by a grand jury and a criminal prosecution is already on the way when the defendant is elected president. After consultation with the Justice Department's Office of Legal Counsel, the special counsel said, quote, "The department's position is that the Constitution requires that this case be dismissed before the defendant is inaugurated," end quote. Smith said his 6-page motion that he conferred with Trump's lawyers and they did not object to the request to drop the case. The special counsel sought to dismiss the case without prejudice, meaning prosecutors could decide to charge Trump again after he leaves office in January 2029. In other international news, Donald Trump says he will hit China, Mexico, and Canada with new tariffs on day one of his presidency in an effort to force them to crack down on illegal immigration and drug smuggling into the U.S. The U.S. president-elect said he would sign an executive order imposing a 25% tariff on all goods coming from Mexico and Canada after being inaugurated on January 20th, 2025. He also said, quote, "We will be charging China an additional 10% tariff above any additional tariffs until it cracks down on fentanyl smuggling." The threat could mark a major escalation in tensions with the U.S.'s 3 top trading partners. It could also lead to higher prices for Americans since tariffs work as a form of tax on imports. The U.S., the world's largest importer, China and Mexico and Canada account for about 40% of the $3.2 million of goods it imports each year, according to official data. In a Truth Social post, Trump attacked Beijing for failing to follow through on promises that he said Chinese officials made to carry out the death penalty for people caught dealing fentanyl, a synthetic opioid. The spokesperson for the Chinese embassy in Washington denies this runs completely counter to facts and reality. Up next in sports, West Indies defeat Bangladesh by 201 runs in the first test in Antigua, and International Cricket Council to make decision on where Champions Trophy will be played. Stay tuned.
You're never too young to start planning for your financial future. That's why I decided to visit National Caribbean Insurance to speak with one of their friendly sales agents.
Here at NCI, we strive to ensure customer satisfaction by choosing the right policy for you. Our endowment plans provides customers with adequate returns on their investment. The quinquennial bonus policy offers a 25% payout of the sum assured every 5 years. Other life insurance packages can help to secure your family's future. Also, please consider our health plans so you can be reimbursed for medical expenses to ease financial impact. Just remember, the younger you are, the more affordable insurance is for you.
Don't wait until it's too late to apply. Make an appointment to see a sales agent.
Visit us today. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
First up in sports, the West Indies defeated Bangladesh by 201 in the first test at the Sir Vivian Richards Cricket Stadium in Antigua to take a 1-0 lead in the best-of-2 matches series. Batting first, Craig Brathwaite's men posted a score of 450 for 9, declared with Justin Greaves' maiden Test 100 the top scorer in the innings. Bangladesh, in their first innings, were bowled out for 269, handing the West Indies a lead of 181 runs. The West Indies batsmen could not repeat their first inning performance and were bowled out for 152 in the second innings, setting Bangladesh a target of 334 for victory. However, the home team's pace bowling attack, led by Jaden Seals and veteran Kimar Roach, who took 3 wickets each, limited Bangladesh to 132 in their reply, sealing a comfortable 201 for the West Indies. The second test starts on Saturday at Sabina Park in Jamaica. In other sports news, the ICC has called for a board meeting on November 29th, hoping to get a clear answer on where and how the 2025 Champions Trophy will be played. With India not willing to travel to Pakistan, and with Pakistan refusing to back down and adopt a hybrid model that allows India to play their games in a second country, it is likely members will be asked to vote on a solution. While the window for the 8-team ODI tournament has been earmarked between February 19th and March, the ICC has not announced the dates as well as or a schedule formally. Normally, for a global tournament, the ICC has in the past announced the schedule 100 days prior to the event. The reason for the delays is the Indian government's refusal to allow Rohit Sharma's team the permission to travel to Pakistan. That decision was communicated to the ICC a fortnight ago. This PCB, who were awarded the hosting rights for the Champions Trophy in 2021, subsequently wrote to the ICC posing several questions around the exact reason BCCI had given and when they're informed the ICCC. According to a PCB official, they have not received a response from the ICC to date. When we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines.
Yeah, man. Another day in the books. Well, hello there. She pretty from head to toe, and are you ready to go? Wait there. Whew. Can't afford to slip up. Not even in my dreams.
Recapping the top stories. Police confirm drowning at Shitten Bay. 4 bills to receive second reading in the National Assembly on Thursday, and ECGC donates patty forming machine to Nevis's abattoir. And that's the end of the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Scotty Hendrickson.